Tad for Artemis Oracle. This is Tad from Artemis Oracle doing your reading today. This is a general collective reading. I will not be answering any questions today. That's going to be on hold from moving forward. Let's see. I'm going to go into this so I can put it in the comments, the chat. Okay, so I hope everybody's having a great day wherever you are. You're staying safe, you're staying warm, you're staying cool, depending on where you are in the world, because it's hot here in New York. It's almost 90 degrees, and it's April 16th. How is this possible? So, I'm going to put a quick message in the chat. Okay, I'm just putting a message in the chat because I'm not going to be answering any questions. I'm going to put a pause on answering questions because it's repetitive. It's kind of boring for me. And I don't really think it's really helpful at all, honestly, at this point. So it's like I need to take a break from it. And then I may revisit doing yes or no questions in the future. But right now, I'm going to put a pause on it. I even posted that in the community tab as well. So let me put some music on for me. Okay. Hi, Hiri or Hira, if that's you, Hira. Okay, so I'm going to be doing a general reading. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know. What sense of Spirit messages we have for the collective today. Let's see what the collective needs to know at this time. Okay. What does the collective need to know at this time? What does the collective need to know at this time? What messages do you have for the collective Spirit? Not every text deserves a response. Yeah, okay. Not every text deserves a response. All right. You can't vibe your way out of accountability. This has come up before. At least the last time I've used this deck. This is about taking accountability. You can't smudge away, crystal away, meditate away your problems. You have to do the real work. You got to get off your ass and take some action. And it makes sense because we are in Aries season, and Aries is a very action-oriented sign. I don't know if some of you have been feeling like a sense of urgency, feeling like you have to rush things, that you have to rush people, like things you've been impatient, you've been maybe even a little bit irritable. Yeah. But the only thing I can say to that is we only have control over ourselves. We have no control over people outside of us. We can't control what other people do. We can't control how people talk, look, see, understand, perceive things, right? So That's something that you have to take into consideration. The only person you really have control over is yourself, especially during this Aries season. And then we're going to have the Aries new moon. And then there's a lot of planets and celestial bodies that are impacting the energy. And it's very, I don't know, some people, I know for me, I know how it's affecting me, but it may be affecting people with their being irrational, irritable, impatient, maybe even aggressive, inconsiderate, so those are some things you need to look out for, right? So divine timing is real, but so is procrastination. So there's something that you need to be doing instead of dilly-dallying, then it's time for you to start taking action. You need to start doing whatever it is that you need to do. Stop letting time pass you by. Life doesn't move on. Life keeps moving, but so does time. Time does tick. And if there's something that you need to do, something that you should be doing right now, then do it. If you have a deadline, you have an obligation, an appointment, you have to make an appointment, anything. It's time for you to do it now. This is a calling for you to do it now because this is the right time to do it, But trust the process, but also speed it up a little bit. And that kind of makes sense with if there's something that you've been wanting, let's say, that requires action on your part, you need to do your part. Not everything is going to fall on anyone else's hands or even only the universe's hands, especially if you're trying to manifest something into your life. You have to do your part. You have to do the work, as the angel in this picture is saying. Do the work. Hey, Teresa. So what I'm getting from this, not every text deserves a response. It's like saying, and I feel like this is, when I saw this card come out, it made me think about, because there may be people coming on and they may be saying things that I don't really need to be responding to. So, I could say, hey, Teresa, how are you? But other people, if they come with their, come with their crazy stuff, is someone maybe even starting trouble with you. And you could even go as far as saying, and it doesn't have to be a text message. It could be even someone coming up to you, approaching you, and then they're on their BS. They're trying to start trouble, trying to start problems, trying to antagonize you. This is your sign to put a pause, but please, I don't need that. I'm not here for that. Put up a boundary, even if it's looking like you're about to slap a bitch. But I'm not telling you to slap a bitch. Okay? No slapping of bitches, all right? Unless the bitch tries to slap you, then, self-defense. But not every text and not every response, trigger, attitude, you don't need to give it energy. Don't save your energy for what really matters. And that's you, your peace, your zen, your mental health, your emotional health. That is paramount to anybody else's BS. Okay, so if you have to put up some sort of boundary, if it's a family member, ex-lover, an ex-friend, a toxic frenemy, or some dumbass colleague, whoever you may be dealing with that may be trying to come at you, this is your signal, this is your sign to put up a boundary. And it's for your own protection, especially during this time. If you're someone who's you're already feeling sensitive at this time, I don't want to, right now, I don't want to answer questions about, I don't want to read questions anymore. Yeah, because it gets repetitive, So this is something you have to consider. Putting up a boundary, protecting yourself. And I would say that, I see this at work a lot, I deal with people at work, and, sometimes people, for the most part, they know that I'm not the one. And that's a good thing, because I put that out there. So some of you got to maybe put up that guard and let people write it in your hand. I'm not the one, if that's how you're feeling. Well, whoever may be contacting you, messaging you, or anything, maybe trying to trigger you. Some of you could be somebody coming back, around, an ex that you've already dismissed, that you probably have forgotten about. And they may be coming back around and you're like, I thought I threw you out with the bathwater. you know? So there may be somebody, and you may, I don't know if this person's already reached out to you, because here it says 2 days, wait, read 2 days ago. I don't know if there was somebody that reached out to you about 2 days ago and you haven't responded to them, because you already know, put up your guard, protect yourself, right? All right. Now, if there's something that you're procrastinating on, you have to reflect on the reason why you're not moving forward, why you're keeping yourself stuck. You know, like I was saying, if you're trying to make something happen, there's certain actions that you need to take, and you're not taking it, it's going to be slowing down some sort of process for you, whatever that may be. It could be some sort of application. They're asking for supplemental documents. It could be, maybe you need to make an appointment, and because you feel maybe there's a health issue, and I'm not reading for health, I'm not a medical doctor, but if you feel like there's something wrong, something doesn't feel right, then this is like, stop procrastinating, because whatever you're maybe experiencing, you need to go see a doctor. So maybe some of you have been procrastinating with that too, like ignoring certain things, procrastinating with making a doctor's appointment, making up excuses, possibly distracting yourself. If some of you are experiencing certain health issues, some of you may be trying to pray it away and to will it away, but some things you need a doctor for, so that's something there. And also, you don't have to rush a healing process too. Though this card says trust the process, but maybe speed it up a bit. When it comes to healing itself, it takes place at its own time. You can't force it. It's something that is a process that goes beyond you. You can do everything you can to make sure that you're healing and you're recovering, whether it's from a physical injury or if it's like from heartbreak, disappointment, rejection in any form. But if you have to go through your emotions, allow yourself, give yourself grace and compassion, and allow yourself to go through the process, and don't feel like you have to rush, possibly because, I don't know, if you may feel like other people are trying to rush you to do something. If you're in the middle of healing, it's your decision how much you heal, right? Because healing is personal, and you have to take the necessary steps, to make sure that you are healing. Some people tend to go towards escapist behaviors so that they don't have to face whatever healing that they need to do. But other people, they may be very proactive, but it may not be very natural and organic healing. It's more like, I have somewhere to be, so let me just get this over with. Like, oh, I'm over it, but you're not. It's like you're sweeping it under a rug. If there's something that you need to deal with that you can't no longer ignore, or it's in some way harming you, then you need to take the time to process, to unpack, to explore, and understand whatever it is that's bothering you, whatever you're healing from, and go through the entire process as you feel like you need to, but don't feel like you're rushed in any way. Is all I want to say. But it's like, eventually you'll get to that point, and depending on whatever the healing process is and how rocky the journey is, you're going to be very proud of yourself, because you're going to make it. It's a matter of you prioritizing yourself, no longer procrastinating, and also doing the things that you need to do to ensure that you are taking care of yourself, that you are healing, Okay, so that was that message. Let me see. So if anyone's new here, please please read the pinned comment in the chat, so that you know that I am not answering any questions for the time being. I'm not answering any yes or no questions for the time being. Any legal, medical, health questions should be asked. You should be asking a medical provider. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a lawyer. If you have any questions regarding legal matters or health matters or medical matters, you should be reaching out to the appropriate professionals. So I was talking about the new moon that's coming on Friday. That will be here Friday. The new moon in Aries. It's funny because Aries season is going to be ending, and it's going to be ending in a couple of days. And it's funny that the new moon is at the tail end of Aries season, but then there's a lot of activity. I've been reading up on it, and I don't like it. Don't feel rushed. Don't feel like you have to rush yourself. Make sure you're not rushing anybody else too. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with other people. Be compassionate, kind to yourself. Be kind and compassionate to other people, because we don't know what people are going through, and we don't want to be a source of stress. Another nail. No. What they call this, another straw on someone's back. We don't want to be that final thing that just like breaks them down, because you never know what someone is going through. Okay, so I really did not think this through, because I thought I was going to be answering yes or no, but then I was like thinking, I was like, I don't think I'm done with that, because I'll be honest, I feel like most of the subscribers that I've have is because of the yes or no. And then people unsubscribe afterwards. And I don't want people just to subscribe because they want to get something out of me, because that's very selfish, And I feel like it's a fair exchange. If you ask me a question, the least you can do is subscribe, right? But when people unsubscribe, it's like, it feels like you feel a little dirty in a way, like used. And I'm like, no. And I know that's not their intention, but if you think about it, it comes off that way. And I was like, nah, the people who subscribe to me, they're going to subscribe to me because they resonate with the messages. They like the way I read. They like my energy, not because they want to get something out of me. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm putting a pause for the yes and no questions. I do think about how I can do readings for the people who are subscribed, who have been supporting me, like for the past, I would say even the past month, even past 2 months. I'm not answering any questions. I was just talking about that. Please read the pinned comment. Let's see. So I'm gonna put a pause, but I think about how I can read for the people who are subscribed to me. Like do an actual, maybe like a mini reading, not a full length reading, because I could go deep with readings, I could go far and wide with readings, but for free, no. But I could do many readings, but it's only going to be for my subscribers. But you have to be, and that I will decide that when I want to do that, and it's probably going to be like it's going to most likely be like a live stream, and it's like I'm still in the process of figuring that out. So, but the point is, it's going to be subscribers, but it's going to be people that have been subscribed for a certain amount of time. Not people that just like are doing a drive-by, who are shopping around, like seeing if the reader will tell them the answer that they want to hear rather than the truth, because that's not me. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. And if you don't like me, that's okay. I'm not here to be liked. I'm here to help, So let's do, I brought my love cards, and I haven't done this type of reading in a while. I don't know, maybe a few weeks. So these are like love message cards. And I like doing this because I feel like it's fun. Like just seeing what people, and I love when people tell me how the message resonates with them, and if it's come true, if it's happened. I love that, So I'm going to go into the Burning Heart Oracle deck. Thank you. I need to buy some more, but like this, they don't sell this anymore. I'm like, so I'm trying to find something like similar, but everything I find is like it's not what I want, Thank you, Teresa. I really appreciate you so much. I really appreciate you. You're always here supporting me and interacting and going along with my jokes. I really appreciate you. Look, the flattery begins. Okay, so let's do some Burning Heart Love Oracle. What messages? This is not going to resonate with everybody. It might resonate with some of you. Some of the messages may resonate, not all of them. What I like to do is get the message out. I'll tell you what I feel and what I see, and then I'll clarify with tarot. So the first card we have is I have been working on myself. Two cards came out. I'm in love with you. Ooh, I like it. And I'm scared you will reject me. Like automatically what I'm thinking is somebody is trying to work up their confidence, working up their gets their confidence to come and approach you to let you know how they feel. And I would even say too, like to tell somebody that you love them, that takes courage, because you don't know if you tell somebody that you love them, if they will reciprocate it and tell you that they love you back. And if they do they mean it the same way you do? So like, yeah, I love you too, Tony. Like that name popped up in my mind, Tony. Like, I love you too, Tony, but it's not the same love. It's not like I'm in love with you. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. You know, it's more like, yeah, you're my friend. I really love you. I love your company. You know, I appreciate you, that type of love. No, this is someone who is in love. And they're working up the courage to express that. But they do have this fear that they're going to be rejected. You know, that they're not going to hear that you feel the same way about them too. That you love them just as much as they love you. Okay, I don't know why I did that. But okay, I'll share it anyway. I can't let you go. It makes me think about that Mariah Carey song. I thought of two songs already. I've been working my way back to you, babe. The burning love inside. And then I can't let go. I can't let you go. Can't let go from Mariah Carey. Even though I try, I can't let go. My voice is not back yet. So, somebody can't let you go. But that song came out in what, the 90s, the early 90s. I don't know if some of you were born in the early 90s. That may resonate with. And then another one is I'm caught up in a karmic relationship. So somebody's in a karmic relationship. Okay. That could be why somebody's working on themselves, because think about it. If you're in a karmic relationship, but karmic relationships aren't always bad. Some of them are just meant to help you grow, to heal. It's supposed to be like a relationship where there's mutual benefit, but with helping each other heal, ascend, get over certain things that have happened in the past, you know, move on from the past, and even work out relationship issues within the relationship, the karmic relationship, so that when you move on to who you're meant to be, you already worked out all your crap. You know, you have no baggage. You know, you have your memories, you have your experience, but you don't have those, you're not bringing all that, the emotional drama that is tied to it, because you've already healed from it, right? But I feel like I'm not getting that this is a karmic relationship. I don't think it's that. I think this is something separate, and that may not resonate with everybody. I think that somebody may be in a different relationship. And I'm not saying this could have been somebody from your past that has very deep feelings for you, or it could just be someone who is around you, who is a friend, but they are in a relationship. Now, it may not resonate with everybody, okay? I don't know why. Not every message deserves a response, Tanya. Thank you, though. Thank you. I appreciate you. Let's see. Let me get the tarot. The tarot. I feel like somebody is in a separate relationship. Someone sees you as their soulmate. If this is someone that, oh, I don't like doing third party. I don't know. Some of you could be in a third party situation, but they're stuck in something. And it doesn't necessarily mean you've already been intimate with this person. This could just simply be you're talking to somebody and they're already in a relationship. The relationship, they already know it's not what they want. Hopefully, they're not in a karmic relationship where they can't let that person go. Or it could be the person that they're with, the karmic person. Remember, karmic person doesn't have to be bad, It always has a negative connotation when you think about it. But you always hear about karma being in the negative connotation. It's like maybe someone is holding on to them, But we could find out. Let's see. What is this? I have been working on myself. These cards, I love these cards, but then it's like I have a love-hate relationship with these cards. Because they have, there's a lot of cards. I gotta be careful what I say. I'm not trying to end up like a YouTube poop. That'd be funny though. I have been working on myself. Who has been working on themselves, right? Okay, I saw the Empress card, but a chunk of cards fell with it. So it could be a feminine energy. Definitely a feminine energy. But I need one card. Who is working on themselves? Who is the person working on themselves? Who is the person working on themselves? Okay, we have two messages. It says the Ten of Pentacles and the Messenger. Doesn't really help. The Lovers. My cards are like mixed up. Maybe because I was holding them upside down tan. We have the Ten of Pentacles with the Messenger. With the Lovers. So you have Gemini energy. The Messenger doesn't have any sign tied to it. It could be an air sign because air signs is about communication, and the Messenger, he brings messages, So it could be an air sign energy. But the Ten of Pentacles, that has to do with someone who is about, Ten of Pentacles is an energy of abundance, of achievement, having achieved a high level of success, especially financial success. So it could be someone who's very wealthy. This could be you, but I'm checking out who's the person working on themselves, right? It's someone who may be very wealthy. This could be somebody who's working on their wealth, who is working on their stability, definitely of their abundance. You see a lot of green there too. Is earth sign energy. It could be any earth sign, but there's no person here. The only person I see is like in the Lovers, which is Gemini energy, right? But that's about making a choice. But maybe someone who is just someone who's very hardworking, very dedicated to their work, their career, building empires. It could be an Emperor energy. It could be an Aries. Now that I'm saying that, right? This person is wanting to communicate, send some sort of message. It could be any type of message. It could be text message, a DM, a pigeon, carrier pigeon. It could even be snail mail, I don't know, some of you may be receiving a card, a letter, a note, something maybe handwritten. But this person is like, I feel like this person is trying to figure out what to say to you. You see, I was talking about how this card, he looks like he's whispering in her ear. You know what I wonder? Have some of you ever felt like you've had an energy around you? Like you could sense whoever believe this person to be, the one that you think is in love with you, right? I don't know if this person is like saying your name. Like, I don't know if you have sudden thoughts about someone randomly, probably somebody that you don't really think about, but they could pop up in your mind. Um, this is, I feel like some of you probably don't even know who this person is, because if you look at the way the scarecrow looks, he looks like he's wearing a mask. We know it's not really a mask, but the way I'm looking at it, it's like this person's hidden. You may not even know this. You may not even know this. There's somebody who's like, whose energy may be around you that you don't even know, and they want to communicate with you. I don't know if this person has tried to communicate with you at all. I feel like this person, when someone has a fear of rejection, it's usually tied to some sort of insecurity, and I wonder if the reason why this person's working on themselves, and what they're working on is their finances, working on their stability. Maybe they want to make sure that if they come to you, they have something to offer you, not only just their love, but whatever the 10 of Pentacles can be to you, support, stability, groundedness, something long term, because the 10 of Pentacles is something that takes time. It's not something that happens overnight. It's something that takes time. But this person is trapped in their mind. And I see Leo. You see, this is in a Leo card. This is the 7. This is the 8 of Swords. This is someone who's trapped in their own mind, their own mental prison, a prison of their own making. But you see a lion there. This person's not confident in themselves. Their confidence, their ego, because that's tied. Your confidence is tied to your ego. Pride is tied to your ego, right? This person feels like they're not good enough, like they don't have enough. And then I see the 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Wands. This is about success. This person wants to come to you successful. Someone that you will be proud to be seen with. Someone who you will be proud to be associated with, And I would even go as far as saying that this person wants to have this type of success with you too. They want to be recognized by you. They want to be seen and recognized by you. They want to be noticed, is what I want to say. I think in the past, there may have been some sort of situations where this person was told that they weren't enough, that they weren't good enough. They were probably ridiculed, maybe even mentally or verbally abused, just had their heart broken by past situations that affected their self-esteem, and that's why this person wants to work on their confidence. This is what the person is working on. They're working on their self-worth. They're working on being able to prove to you, if you haven't noticed them, because probably maybe you haven't noticed them, or you probably haven't noticed how they felt about you, because they probably keep it hidden. But if you're discerning type and you can sense things, you possibly already know who I'm talking about right now. I think some of you may already know who I'm talking about. I'm going to put this here. This person is also working on their healing, because they've had, like I said, a lot of disappointment and sadness, Possibly this person felt like they had to be a robot, because I don't know, like for some reason you see I don't know, I thought I saw gears and stuff. But there's a lot of, it looks like a machine. Like I feel like this person had to like detach emotionally, but then you may be somebody who may have like ignited some sort of flame within them, like reminded them. But I feel like I don't think this. I think this person is, this person. I think you do know this person, honestly. I think this person is masking, because I said this person looks like they're wearing a mask, they're hidden. I feel like this person is masking, and you don't know. You probably don't know what they've experienced in the past. They probably haven't told you everything. But, oh, excuse me. Hermit energy. It's like, I would say they haven't told you anything. The hermit stays to themselves. If he haven't told you, she hasn't told you, they haven't told you, it's because they keeping it to themselves, All right. I feel like that was without love of you, because I feel like that's what they're keeping to themselves too. Everything that they experienced in the past, but even the way they feel about you, because of that fear of rejection that they have. When I was talking about worth, Queen of Pentacles, they probably see you as somebody who is very loving and nurturing. She is the ugliest Queen of Pentacles I've ever seen, to be quite honest. You know, they probably see you as mature. You know what's funny? Look at her body and then look at her face. She looks older face-wise, but her body looks younger. So I feel like this person loves your maturity. They love your groundedness. They love your wisdom. You may not be older than them, but you may have more experience than them, and they appreciate that about you. They love that about you. They may probably, Hermit is Virgo, so that could be somebody's sign. Please read the pinned comment. Thank you. Anybody coming into the live stream, please read the pinned comment. Okay, what else? I'm in love with you. That's me. Tell me about I'm in love with you. Tell me about I'm in love with you. But remember I was talking about worth? I feel like this person has been left out in the cold so many times before with the Three of Swords. That feeling of unworthiness. I also think that too, this person probably does a lot, but hasn't really seen much progress. Because you see how he's juggling those eggs, those golden eggs? Sometimes, like I was talking about earlier today, I was talking about escapist behaviors, right? Earlier in the live. So I don't know if this person just busies themselves, distracts himself with work, or other things. They may have a lot of responsibilities too. They're juggling the responsibilities. And you know what I wonder too, if with all the things that they may be juggling, they may feel like they're not being appreciated. It's like, look what everything I can do, but it seems like it's not good enough. You know? I hope that makes sense. It does make sense to me. Two of Pentacles, yeah, balancing. You know, when you're juggling, you gotta balance stuff. So this person could be also juggling how to come forward, how to express themselves to you, you know, how to make that offer to you. But it's also them trying to balance their emotions while they're trying to balance everything that they're experiencing within their personal life, but also within, like, trying to work on themselves, you know, and whatever that means to them. I feel like it has to do with self-worth and also what they have to offer, you know. Okay. Well, let's see. Why is this person scared you will reject them? Please read the pinned comments. I'm scared you will reject me. I'm scared you will reject me. Why is this person afraid you will reject them? Why is this person? I have the metamorphosis, and this has to do with a significant transformation. You know, butterflies are symbols of, remember, if you understand the metamorphosis of a butterfly, it goes into its chrysalis, then it dissolves, and then it reconstructs and becomes a butterfly, right? So it's like they have to go through this death process to be reborn. And I feel like this person is undergoing some really, I don't know, maybe you've undergone some really transformative changes in your life, or you're experiencing that right now, or this is something that the person is experiencing. But it could be like these changes that they may be making, like I have been working on myself, right? So the metamorphosis, the blue butterfly. They're afraid that whatever changes that they're making will still not be enough. And that's where the fear of rejection comes from. you know. But I feel like this is them psyching themselves out with the Seven of Swords, you know, sabotaging themselves, already trying to predict the outcome that is unpredictable. Tell me more. The witch came out again. She came out yesterday. She's like the Empress and High Priestess all together. Hey, Cave Ranger, how are you? Hi, everyone. Akshita, and I don't want to say the D word, D-Fate. I hope everybody's doing well. So the witch, she's the High Priestess and the Empress all together, you know? I feel like this person may be viewing you, and regardless of your gender, this could be a feminine energy that feels like she's not good enough, you know? Everybody has ego, everybody has pride, everybody has insecurities and fear of rejection, right? But you know, maybe this person sees you as like, wow, you're like a god, you're like a goddess. They probably put you on a pedestal, you know, and that may be where the fear is too. It's like the whatever changes, even if they're really big changes that they've made in their life, they feel like it's still not enough for the witch, you know? Because she's the magical, she's the mystical. It's making me think of that song from Puddle of Mud. Baby, I'm the one who is a schizophrenic psycho, yeah. There is something mystical and magical, some shit like that. I don't remember it. It's from Puddle of Mud. I swear, I listen to different music. And then Wheel of Fortune, yeah, changes, you know? But I feel like too, is like this person maybe wanting to wait for the right time. Yeah, it's fucking hot outside, right? It's too fucking hot. But yeah, this person is waiting for the right time to approach. But the thing is like rejection is going to happen either way. You know, you can never be too ready because you never know how someone's going to respond to something, how someone's going to react. But I'm going to take that card. But it's like the person's like waiting for the right time. Maybe I have to work on this. Maybe I have to change that. You know, and they may feel like rushed too, because if you think about that rabbit, the mad rabbit is one of those rabbits in the Alice in Wonderland. Is he always running around like a maniac? Like he's always like he feels like it's like he's always rushing. I don't know if this person feels like they have to rush to get to you. You know? But it's like but that fear of rejection is what slows them down. Excuse me. What else? One more card. Yeah, the Mad Hatter, right? Hi, Monette, how are you? So just anybody who's entering the live stream, please read the pinned comment. I'm going to save you from my attitude. I'm just going to say reading is fundamental. It is. Yeah, he's always rushing. He's always running late. That could be one of the things too. This person could be someone who is always rushing, always busy, always running around like a chicken without his head, you know? That may resonate with some of you too. Can I get one more card? That one I wanted to flip. Two of Swords. Yeah, someone's like, just like the fear is keeping them stuck. It's keeping them frozen. Because, like I said, the Seven of Wands is Seven of Swords is someone who may be sabotaging themselves. Maybe telling themselves things like to stop themselves from moving forward. And that's what's creating some sort of blockage, you know, is that fear of rejection. That's just like, but they need to push through it. They need to rush. Maybe they do need to rush through it, you know. It's like when you have to rip a Band-Aid off. They tell you just to rip it off because, you know, it's going to hurt anyway. So you just want that pain to be over with real quick instead of making it like a slow, torturous type of pain that some people like. Because now I'm thinking about S&M. I don't know why that came in my mind. I hope you aren't Nobody's thinking that way right now. Someone is, but someone in the chat. Someone in the live stream, okay? Oops. Yeah, the devil. The devil is the fear. The devil is the anxiety, the self-limitation, the self-limiting thoughts, the fears, anxieties, the insecurities, the fear of vulnerability too. But the thing is like rejection happens all the time. But I know this is like kind of high stakes when someone's in love with you. You know, when someone's in love with you, their heart could be broken if you reject them. But the thing is, it's better for them to find out or not. The thing is, I don't really know how you guys feel. Like if this resonates with you, you know, maybe this is your story. You're the person that's in love with somebody that has the fear of rejection and has been working on themselves. Okay, I want to know about the karmic relationship. So about the karmic relationship. I don't know if somebody is in a relationship, like they have a family, because Ten of Cups is usually the family card. But then it's like the Five of Cups too. I don't know if somebody has already it's just not happy, you know, not happy with the relationship itself. It's just they no longer resonate, connect, or feel any sort of bond to whoever they're with. And that may be why the Five of Cups is here as well, because the relationship hasn't really been as happy or hopeful, or hasn't been happy or positive as they had hoped it would be, you know. Someone could also be just settling too, because they don't want to be alone. But this could be the person that they may be dealing with, because I can't let you go. I feel like that could be another person. Yeah, this card is, oh no. Oh, hi Connie. Yeah, if being in a situation where you're just like you don't feel fulfilled. It's like I want to see, I don't know if this connection was like an unfulfilled promise. It's like someone promised so much but they underdelivered, you know, because you see how you have half with the Five of Cups. You see the Ten of Cups, but then only five are there. It's like someone overpromised but didn't fulfill the end of the bargain. Ay. Let me see what time it is, because it's almost time for me to leave. So I want to know, who is this karmic that can't let go? Because I feel like that's a third energy. Who is the karmic that can't let go? Ooh, someone that they have had a lot of arguments, a lot of fights with. And probably a relationship that moved quicker than they expected. I'm going to mute. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a good day too. Try to stay cool. Right, thank you for stopping by again. Cave Ranger. Yeah, someone that the relationship moved very quickly, and there was a lot of arguments, disagreements, clashing. There may have been two people who wanted power, wanted control. Maybe one person was more controlling than the other, and the person had to always like fight back. I feel like this is what I'm getting from that. The relationship moved very quickly, but I feel like it may have been steered in that direction because of somebody else, because somebody wanted to have control. They wanted to have the upper hand with the Five of Swords. Okay, what else? One more. The Empath. I think that's totally separate. This could have been, this person may have been an empath. May have been very gentle, very loving, caring, because I don't know, this Hungry Tiger came out. It's the empath card. It's not assigned to any specific zodiac sign, but I would say whoever this person is, they were dealing with somebody who kind of took advantage of their kindness. Because whoever this person is that has dealt with so much crap in the past and who has that fear of rejection, who may have even had to close their heart space because of the disappointment they experienced, and maybe even because they have this energy that's still lingering and clinging on to them, that this person may be a very loving and gentle, compassionate person, but then it's like this person came and kind of took advantage of them in a way. I feel like that's what happened. And this person who was, I would say, like the karmic energy, because I wasn't trying to think of it as, it doesn't have to be negative, but in this sense, it might have been a very negative, toxic type of relationship where the person like basically took control and tried to ambush, like basically control the person, try to, and even may have, this person may have had a lot of power in the past, you know, they had maybe even had the potential for power, but it's like this person probably pushed them to being like a little lamb, you know. So I feel like this person took advantage of that sweet, gentle, innocent aspect of the person that's in love with you, or that you may be in love with, and just really tore them down. And whoever this person too could be an empath as well. Maybe an empathic person is someone who's very caring and understanding, compassionate, but usually the type of person that gets taken advantage of. Okay, so I want to look up what the possible outcome is. You have so many cards here. Well, we have Gemini, we have Capricorn, we have all the earth signs with the Queen of Pentacles. I'm looking for any card that has a court card. The Witch, I would say, is like the Empress High Priestess energy. So maybe Taurus, water sign energy, Taurus or Libra. We have Virgo showing up. And the Messenger is someone who can with communication. So it could be an air sign, any air sign. And Metamorphosis, to me, Metamorphosis is a Scorpio card, because Scorpios are a transformative sign. From my own experience, I believe that to be true. But it's a transformative sign. And so I feel like this is a Scorpio energy as well. But at the bottom of the deck, we even have Queen of Wands. So it could be a fire sign energy. So basically it could be almost any sign. It doesn't have to be a specific sign, but those are the signs I'm seeing. All right, so I want to see what the possible outcome can be in this situation. What is the possible outcome? Wheel of Fortune 2 is the fixed signs. Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, and Leo. And the Eight of Swords, I believe it had a lion on it, so it could be Leo as well. Okay, what can the possible outcome for this situation be? What is the outcome? What is the possible? King of Cups? That's water sign energy. I feel like once this person gets over their fear, and if this is someone that you already know who it is, you already sense, I feel like it's gonna be something for them to celebrate once regardless of how it goes. But this looks like a happy card. You see the King of Cups, someone emotional, caring, compassionate, loving, expressive, emotionally. Well, kings are more reserved and stuff, but I feel like this one looks like a very jovial king. The way he looks, very warm and comforting type of energy, you know, giving me teddy bear vibes, right? But the Four of Wands, that's indicating like there's success. There's something to be celebrating. this person could eventually come forward and they may get the response that they want, which is that you feel the same about them. So only you know if you resonate with this. If you already know somebody has strong feelings for you, but you know this is their backstory, and maybe you have to suspect, because we know. If you have an inkling, you're in touch, you observe it, you can read read in between the lines, then you know. So it's like, I have the 7 of Wands. But I feel like what it's saying is like once this person puts their guards down and expresses their emotions, they will know exactly what to do. They will see success, right? It could be that you reciprocate the same emotions towards them, or they can, put their guard back up and then retreat. However that resonates with them. I have Magician in the moon, so that's Pisces, Cancer, and Gemini. So that's not really much. Give me one more. Hierophant, commitment. I feel like this person, this may be something you want to. Like, commitment is possible. It's just somebody has to put their guard down. Allow themselves to experience success, something that will make them happy and proud, and like they overcame their fear, they put down their guard, they took that step, they crossed the boundary that they thought they would never cross, and it was a boundary that they established for themselves because they wanted to protect themselves. See how she has her feet there and then these little swords? It's like this person may be stepping over that, the fence, this fence that they created around themselves is like coming down, and it's reached a point where they could overcome it. They could climb over it, But it's like the person will know what may happen unless they take a chance, with the 8 of Cups. It's walking away from the past issues, releasing the pain, the disappointment, and not letting it hold them back and moving forward, But they won't know that until they take that step. So I hope this reading was helpful. I hope it resonated with it. Some of you, all of you, if not all, anyone, one person, anybody, everybody. I hope this message resonated with you, or at the very least you enjoyed it. Oh, thank you for letting me know, Simone. I really appreciate that. So I'm glad it resonated with some of you. So I'm going to end this reading now because my lunch break has ended. So I'm going to be going live later on today. So I'll see you then. I put it for 6:30 because I tend to be running late, but I put it for 6:30, but I might start earlier, depending on how the rest of the day goes. So I hope to see you then. And if not, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or evening ahead. And I'm sending you lots of love. Take care, everyone. Bye. And if you subscribe, thank you so much. And thank you for liking and participating. Take care, everyone.